Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video we are going to be working on Project Life week 30. So for this week I decided to use the Change Story Kit. This is the kit that we have been crushing throughout the month of June, and although I only have the digital version of this kit, it still works great to print some of the elements out and create a Project Life spread with them. So what I have in front of me, I have a piece of spare fabric paper that I just cut into a 4x6 and printed the embellishments that I want to use on that, just for some different texture on this spread. Then I've got all of my pictures, and I also chose to print my journaling cards on photo paper as well. So I just have this one that I literally did nothing to. This was a 3x4 card that I repeated twice and then just erase some of that middle portion so you can't really tell that there are two pieces here. So that's going to be my title card. I have this one that I made some journaling space on in a photo. This was a 3x4 card that said good things are going to happen. So I took the 3x4, added it onto a 4x6, and then just nudged it over to the left in order to give me some more space here. I did get rid of some of the pink, but you know, that one was pretty easy to alter. This one says, yes, you can. If you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. So this one was another 3x4 card that I just added on a 4x6 in the middle of it and called that good. I added my journaling. And then I have 4 of these. These were in the physical kit, these were a paper pad. So I decided to use this as my main journaling repeat item on this spread. I think it's going to turn out really great. So I have basically 4 goals that I had set up for myself throughout the week and just journaled about those. So in addition to that, I also will most likely use something from my puppy sticker bin and something from my tiny word phrase sticker bin. So we'll get that, or I'll get those out once we get going on this spread. So let's go ahead and get you guys on fast forward. I'm going to put everything out in front of me, and then we will get this spread done. It's probably going to be a quick one since it mostly is digital stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we've got everything here laid out in front of us. So you can see how I've got that repeated today's goals card going across the middle there. I love to do that when I'm working with story kits, to just pick one sentiment, put it on all 4 journaling cards, and have that as a repeat element on my spread. I just think it helps make everything look a little bit more cohesive. So the first thing I'm going to do here is take those embellishments that I printed on the fabric paper and cut them out. I do leave a little bit of a white border around, I think all of them. And those are going to go onto the 4 pictures in the middle. So I've got the heart one, I think it says full heart. That's on a picture of Izzy holding up a whiteboard where she had written a bunch of letters that we've been working on here at home. Then I've got the picture in the next one over where it says new start. That is something new that we've been doing here in our house. It's called a calming corner. And if you have young kids who are trying to express their emotions, it has been kind of a game changer sort of practice. So the idea is that you set up a corner in your home where your child, or you, I guess if you need it, where whoever it is that's feeling really big emotions can go and sit there. And there's a little bin of things to do, like squishy balls and I want to say like a big elastic string that they can pull, or books that they can read, things just to do to help calm down. And that's basically what it's for. It's a space where you can go and calm yourself before trying to logic those emotions away. And it's been really great. I actually have an entire journaling card. That one, actually you can see it right now. It says, yes, you can. That entire journaling card is about the calming corner. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, I suggest going ahead and reading that card there, or looking up Generation Mindful is where the idea originated from. So it's super cool. So there's that one. For the right side of the spread, I have a picture of Izzy painting a fish. We're learning about rainbow fish and colors and all that kind of stuff. So I drew her a rainbow fish to color, and then Jonah wanted in on the action too. So that is the card up at the top that says good things are going to happen with the paints on it. That's actually what I talk about in that journaling card, is that I have a hard time relinquishing some of those things like paints and markers and things that can definitely make a giant mess, specifically to him. He is a mess maker kind of boy. Like Isabella was always like, I don't know, very clean and dainty with things. And he's just like throw stuff on the floor, and he's going to be my kid that colors on walls and stuff. But I'm trying to let go of that and to let him experiment and explore with that kind of stuff too, like with Play-Dohs and paints and just all that stuff. So that's what I talk about on that top card. And then the last picture in the middle is just me that I took a selfie when we went out for a family walk one day, and that was that. So I added those fabric pieces to each of the pictures. So I've got the full heart, new start, yes I can, and take action. And then on the bottom, I printed off that plus sign pattern print on the 4x6. And then I just printed out one of the chipboard pieces that said new beginnings, something like new beginnings often have painful endings, or often come after painful endings. It's something like that. Anyway, it just seemed fitting for this particular spread. And now what I'm going to do is try and embellish things and just make it a little bit more, give it a little bit more color, but also keep that cohesion as well. So I'm going to add some tiny word phrase stickers in yellow and pink just to add a little bit of extra color on there. And then I'm going to pull out my puffy heart stickers and add those sporadically around the spread as well. Again, to just bring in some more color, since there is a lot of white and a lot of text on this page. So the other pictures I've got on here, we talked about the painting, we talked about the calming corner. So the picture above the calming corner is just a shot that I had taken of our homeschooling area. So that was a picture I wanted to include in this week because this was the week I set it all up. Then I've also got a picture of my desk there where I had story planned a bunch of habit stories. And then the top picture in the top right was just us being outside and Jonah was playing. So that blow up thing is like, it's got a hole in it where you're supposed to be able to throw a football through it. And he just loves climbing through the hole. So it's just kind of funny. It's just a funny picture. In terms of the journaling cards in the middle, what I decided to do for those was to put one goal that I had worked on throughout the week. So the very first one, I talk about project planning. So I think my goal was like project plan for Story Kit Crush in August. And I talk about like choosing the kit habit and coming up with the stories and being surprised at how many stories I came up with for it. The second one, I talked about setting up the homeschool area and kind of what it looks like and why I chose some of the things that I did or moved some of the furniture around, because before that area, you can kind of see the couch that's against the wall. Before, that was just like right smack in front of the door. We actually never used that door before because we have two doors that go to our outside. And it looks actually way better the way that it is now versus what it was before. And then the next one is talking about coming up with ideas for Jonah, because when I homeschool Izzy, I'm going to need something for him to do too. So I started compiling a list of things for him for the week, or for when I'm teaching her. And the last one talks about getting outside and going for walks, and just that the weekends are all about being outside. So super fun. I believe that I'm just going to pick everything back up, and that is going to be it for this spread. All right, you guys, that finishes up the spread for this week. I love it. I love all the journaling. You guys know that I am a huge journaler and cannot be short and concise whatsoever. So I'm really glad that I had this kit digitally where I was able to add so much of my words onto these cards and these photos, and just really love the stories that I got documented this week. And I will say that a lot of these pictures are not like super groundbreaking or anything different than normal. You know, they're like pictures of areas of my house and then the kids painting and being outside. So like I didn't have a ton of photos to pick from this week because I didn't take as many, but that's okay because I was still able to pull out stories where changes are happening or goals are being set, that type of stuff from the photos that I did have and from the things that happened throughout the week, whether or not they were photographed. So that's just to say that even if you don't have a ton of photos or you don't take a ton of photos, to really think about considering, a story type layout where you can pick things out of your week that happen all the time, but maybe tell them from a different perspective. You can get a lot of really different angles of stories told that way. And I think that that's really cool, a really cool technique, and, yeah, just really cool. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this process. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're there if you haven't already, so you can see all of my future crafty videos. I will be back again tomorrow with the last Change Story Kit Crush project for this month. And then we will be talking about the kit that we will be starting next month, which I'm sure you guys have already seen sneaks of. So, keep an eye out for that. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye now.